At what point okay, so you're somebody I've watched from afar, and I've actually had this thought over and over. Does that guy go home every day and be like, well, I got to do this one now? Like, because you on your show, you're talking to high achiever after high achiever after high achiever after high achiever. And as soon as I meet a high achiever, I'm always like, well, I'm going to try that too.
Right.
I want to try that too. And I have thought, without ever knowing you, that's got to be exhausting. Like every ride home has to be like, well, I guess I need to move everything into crypto. And the next one, you're like, well, I guess I need to move everything back into cash. And like, I need to try this workout, this workout, this workout. Here's the question I'm beginning to ask myself. Very similar. I haven't been to India or Iceland, but have followed very similar trajectory.
Yes. You just go to the university and study like a research.
Yeah, exactly. I sit in my cold tub, which is a trough.
Sit in your science room and just
a trough I bought at Tractor Supply for $100. At what point are we running still? We've just found a new thing to chase.
I don't think it's running. I think it's
or pursuit of.
Yeah, I think it's trying things on and seeing what works for us.
Okay.
I'm always
because I struggle with that because I'm always going with this idea of I got to get somewhere to the next level or the next layer, whatever words you want to use. And I'm starting to step back and look at some of the great thinkers that I still read now, and they almost had a de-evolution process, right? It almost went the other way.
Well, I don't think there's fulfillment without growth.
Okay.
I think we've got to be growing in some way. That could be learning, that could be reading, that could be trying new skills. It could be playing games and like doing stuff. We've got to be growing in some way, I think, in order to feel fulfillment and feel like, okay, I'm not being complacent.
Okay.
I'm not saying you have to always be striving for the next thing, but I think growth and contribution are a huge part of fulfillment. When I'm learning, when I'm growing and developing as a human, and I'm also contributing to someone else's life, there's a lot more fulfillment in that process as opposed to I've stopped growing. I'm not growing at all. I'm just going to stay where I'm at and not learn anything new, not try anything new, and I'm just going to do exact same things.
That's the thing that haunts me. Is there a moment when growth becomes cancer, right? Where it won't stop multiplying.
When it's obsessive growth, yeah. When it's obsessive growth.
So but if it's tied to, what is it? Tied to contribution.
Yes. So it's growth. I mean, it's contribution, service. For me, it's all about service. And so when I'm doing interviews and I'm learning new things, a lot of it's just confirming that I'm doing the right things.
Okay.
That I'm on the path that like, okay, you're just saying something in a different way that I'm already doing. Good. I think for someone like me and others, we need constant reminders to stay on track of doing the right things. It's like a lot of us,
got it, man.
Right? A lot of us know what to eat that is going to make you healthy. They know how to work out.
Right.
They know they need to move their body and eat well and sleep 8 hours a night and get good rest. But for whatever reason, we don't follow through on it consistently as a society based on results. So it's just about having the consistent lessons, the inspiration, the wisdom heard in a different way to keep me on track of like, okay, I'm doing the path. I'm being consistent. I'm being disciplined on the path that I'm taking. And then it's like, oh, let me try this different style of breathing technique. Maybe that can help me in a stressful moment. Okay, I'm going to try this box breathing technique. That's a 60-second thing and try it on. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. People can say a lot of different things to try these things. And maybe there's like, okay, I haven't tried this thing yet, or I just forgot that I haven't done this in a while and I need to get back to this thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But that almost makes it as important as the info, the relationship.
100%.
Like the interaction.
100%, man. And that's what you talked about in your book, The Story of Relationships, I think it was that chapter, which was connection. Which is about like you have like people you text, but they're not your close friends anymore. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You have people that were like friends in middle school and high school, but then you pull away. And then an in-person interaction became a phone call, became a text, became a, hey, I'll get back to you later.
Yeah.
And it's about the interactions we have with the people in our lives and how we're making an impact and being in service to those people, to them being empowered and winning as well. And that's the difference between success and greatness. Success is selfish.
For me, yeah.
It's all about me. Let me accomplish this. Let me achieve this goal. Let me win. Let me look good. Let me be a bestseller. There's nothing wrong or bad with the success, but success by itself, without the impact and service to others in that pursuit, will leave us feeling unfulfilled. So greatness is more about going after your dreams with your unique gifts and talents in the season of life you're in. but empowering those around you. And the great Kobe Bryant said this when I interviewed him. He was like, greatness is about essentially being an inspiration to the people around you and inspire them to be great. And then when they are great, they're going to inspire others to be great. And it's about that ripple, that impact of service through your talent, through your gift, through your creativity and whatever that is. And I realized that most of my life was being successful for me to feel good, but I was leaving out
duct
others.
tape over the wallpaper over that. Yeah.
It was a win-lose mentality.
Yep.
And nobody wins unless everyone wins.
Right, right.
And I didn't understand that concept until 30, until I had breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. And I learned for the first time the concept of win-win at 30. As an athlete growing up, there was only one winner and everyone else was a loser. And that meant when I lost, it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
And I did everything to win. Things that like I just drove myself crazy
Like for
to
what?
win. To win. And then I still didn't feel enough. And that's when I started shifting. 10 years ago, I created a show called The School of Greatness that wasn't about me. It was about others. And I said, I'm going to go on a journey and humble myself. And I'm going to interview all the experts and shine the light on others and just ask questions and humble myself. And it's been a decade of consistently doing that.
And that the picture there that you're painting is beautiful when it comes to greatness, because I'm hearing in this one conversation, very few people can say, when I was talking to Kobe that one time, right? But there's greatness on the basketball court, and there's greatness, his legendary greatness in the gym, right? Like behind closed doors when nobody's watching. And then there's greatness of
In life,
a young
family.
man rocking back and forth and putting his head down and walking up to the front of a small group and saying, this happened to me.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
And it's everywhere in between. Right. And the men who went home and talked to their families for the first time or called the counselor for the first time, right? Greatness, the spectrum is so powerful, right? That ripple effect.
And it doesn't matter the magnitude of what you want to do in life. It's not, greatness is not about curing cancer or winning a world championship. It's about pursuing your unique gifts and talents. And in that pursuit, making a difference on the people around you in a positive way.
Dude.
It's not about even accomplishing the pursuit. Although, yes, we want to accomplish our goals and things like that. But just because the dreams don't come true sometimes doesn't mean your life and the experience wasn't a dream come true. Doesn't mean what you learned in the process wasn't a dream
adventure to
come
getting
true.
there. Yeah.
It's amazing, man. So we got to learn to interpret it and have a different perspective around what it looks like, and also know that we are all in different seasons of life. And you might be in one season for 3 months or 2 years that you don't want to be in, but you're trying to get out of, and then it's going to expand to something bigger and greater for the next season. But you needed that challenging season to get to the next stage.
And the challenge is to hang on, because the next stage is coming, right?
Yeah.